Woodward Sports, let's go!
Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
Woodward Sports, let's go! Woodward Sports, let's go!
It's draft day, Joey. It's draft day. It's finally here. I'm going to play this chime like 4,000 times. Hey, turn it up one more time, Fish. All the way. Crank this bitch.
You gotta turn your computer up, too.
Oh, okay. I'll
Tell
do
him
that.
to crank that bitch up, Fish.
Yeah, tell me to crank it up, Fish. It's up. It's up, baby. There it is. Welcome. It is draft day.
Woo.
Holy hell. I feel like it's like Christmas, it's like the Super Bowl, it's like St. Patrick's Day. It's all rolled into one, and we're here today. We get to talk about it in the morning, and then we get to do our live watch party tonight, live streaming it on all of our platforms from the Del Mar in Greektown. Ooh, we got some big things planned for tonight, too. Like, this is going to be such a fun day. I'm so looking forward to it. Welcome to the Morning Wood Show. My name is Stick. To my right this morning.
Good morning, guys. Thanks, Corey. It's Adam.
Corey is feeling a little under the weather this morning, so we're hoping a day of rest we can get him back for the draft party tonight.
I don't care how sick Corey is. He got to be there tonight.
You got to be there tonight?
That's our pro football writer of America.
Right? Yeah, what are we doing without Corey?
Our Twitter won't function tonight if Corey's not there.
But hopefully Corey feels better, and, you know, we want you back, Corey, so get better, buddy.
I'm Joey. Good morning, everybody. I'm taking my shirt off for the entire show tomorrow if Justin Fields gets drafted for the Lions.
Really? All right.
entire-
Lions, do not draft Justin
entire
Fields.
show.
That's not even a good bet. It's not going to happen.
I know. I'm just saying. It happens. Besides, he's the only one that I'm like actually excited for.
So, we
Anyways.
got Alex over there making sure we look good. What's up, producer Alex? How you feeling today, man? You ready for tonight?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Caught you off guard, my bad, man.
Yeah, you did.
And then we got Fish. Fish, I know that drafts aren't really your thing, but you got to be excited for tonight now.
I mean, we're working for 79 hours, so...
I'll never Fish, this is
I don't know.
like Christmas when you were a kid and like you had everything you wanted under that tree. Like this is beyond that. It's way better. I don't understand how you don't love the draft.
I don't know. I just never got into it.
Well,
Clearly.
I mean...
Tonight-
I would watch, highlights of people crying. I'd say that's cool for that guy making it. But I'd be like, all right, cool. Let's wait till the season.
Fisher's like, that dude's going to get millions of dollars in his contract, but I'm not getting shit, so why do I care?
Why do I care
No,
about
I mean,
it?
it's cool to see the good moments, but to sit down and watch a draft, I'd rather watch, like, tonight, baseball,
Fish,
basketball, hockey.
I promise you, when you watch our live broadcast
Hockey's got,
on
like,
the draft,
5 games left.
you're going to enjoy it way more than you're going to enjoy baseball or hockey. I promise.
We'll
There could
be
be
more
some good
entertaining,
games
I
tonight
promise.
that you could miss because you're watching an NFL draft.
There's
Pistons are playing
There's
tonight.
nothing more important than the NFL draft tonight.
Fish,
Fish.
quit trying to steal my thunder
Joy
on draft day.
actually-
You're making this awful.
Joy had an invitation to the Pistons game tonight, and he didn't go because it's draft parties tonight.
That's right.
So see, Pistons aren't quitting because it's the draft.
No,
so
but-
sad I'm going to miss Detroit Red Wings taking on the Carolina Hurricanes tonight.
So
Yeah.
sad I'm going to be
Yeah,
missing a
Wings are
team
on
that's
too.
tanking over the most important
Okay,
time of
but
the year in
let's say
football.
they're actually good.
Let's say that.
One day.
One day. We'll get there. And how do they do that? Through the draft!
That's a good stick.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Just want to let Fish.
I just don't know why Fish isn't.
Now, Fish, I'm excited
Yeah.
because your dad's coming, your mom's coming. We get to meet the whole Fish family.
Man.
Like, it's going to be a lot of fun at the draft. You know, they have bar games there, like giant tic-tac-toe and giant Jenga and stuff, too. So even if you don't care about the draft, maybe you can play some Jenga. You good with that?
Well, I gotta be. What am I doing tonight? Stage something? Stage manager?
You're stage manager.
You're the stage manager.
I
slash
get.
coordinator,
I,
whatever you wanna
I
call
get
it,
told.
Fish.
I felt like the hook for a few minutes. 5 minutes to go, getting told what to do.
Well, if you were in our meeting yesterday, you would have known.
Sorry, I had to run audio.
You would have known, Fish.
All right, Fish. Tonight's going to be an awesome night. We're not going to get sidetracked by Fish hating the
Hey,
draft.
can we give him a security T-shirt?
We got to get
Yes.
Fish a security. Yeah, Fish, that's your job. You're
I,
taking
I,
IDs
I don't.
at
I
the
don't
door.
hate the draft. I'm like, for the draft.
Okay.
Fish, you sound like Art when he's talking about MMA and sex, but all right. We'll move on.
Well, let's get into it, man. We had a roundtable draft that we were going to do today. It's kind of our last official mock draft, and we were going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Corey made his picks last night, so Adam, This is going to be hard for you.
Yeah, I don't
because
get to make picks. I have to go off of Corey's picks.
And you got to justify Corey's
I know.
picks
I
and
know.
why they would be there. So let's get into it,
Can
man.
you act and talk
Montrose.
like Corey too?
What's that?
Can you act and talk like Corey too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay. What you mean?
What do you mean? You don't know basketball, man.
You don't know basketball. All right, let's do this. First pick, Joey. Are we starting with you? Is that what we're doing?
I'm mad that I have to get
Before
the
you
first
do
pick.
this, though,
Why?
before he
ahead.
gives his first pick,
Go ahead.
did you actually place a bet on the Trevor Lawrence not going first?
I'm doing that today.
Okay, you are
I was
gonna do
waiting
it.
for today because I felt like my odds would have gotten the highest today because
Yeah, because it's just not going to happen.
Yes, because it's officially a. But listen, I'm gonna put like $5, $10
Okay.
on that, and it's gonna be probably plus. I don't know how many
It's
thousands.
probably going to be like 10 plus 10,000 plus 50,000 maybe.
50,000.
50,000.
What's
You
up,
guys
Fish?
didn't hear what the Jaguars are doing? They said they haven't decided who they're picking yet, and they're going to take the whole 10 minutes.
Oh, great. So we got to kill 10 minutes today
You know-
at the draft party.
You know, this is just a typical Urban Meyer thing to do. Just sit there, soak up all 10 minutes, just make it all about
He
the
said
Jaguars and
Lawrence.
himself.
I think it was Lawrence, Wilson, and Fields.
They're
who
taking
he's
Lawrence,
picking
Fish. The
from.
GM and the coach get fired tonight if they don't take Lawrence.
All right, let's get
All
into
right.
our draft here. Here we go. You ready, Joey? With the number 1 overall pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence. Yay!
Come on,
We knew that
Joe,
was
you
gonna
got to be more
happen.
animated for
That was-
Trevor
that was-
Lawrence.
that
I mean,
was
come
all-
on,
that's all
the
I got.
best player in the draft.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence, everybody says he's the 4th best quarterback prospect to ever come out behind Elway, Luck, Manning, then Trevor Lawrence, and
think that's
Jim
fair.
Kelly. You think that's fair?
What is that off of? Is that off of
Just
stats
collegiate.
or
Just collegiate.
Yeah.
Just evaluating them before they picked, before they ever had a career. How good of a prospect were they? Like, how complete were they? On the field, off the field, their height, weight, mechanics, everything, essentially. And this kid has been number 1 since high school, so it doesn't surprise me.
He's never lost a regular season game.
Yeah.
Not in high school, not in college, and he only lost 2 games in college. One of them a national championship game, and then obviously one of them this past year, trying to get to the national championship game in the college playoffs. But yeah, I mean that's how you do it. You rack up those numbers, you win a national championship as a true freshman, and you get the accolades you deserve. So Trevor Lawrence, number 1. That is probably what's going to happen tonight.
Yeah, no, it's the right pick. You know who else went undefeated in high school and in college? Joe Burrow.
No,
Yeah.
and he beat Trevor Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
All right, Adam, you ready for number 2?
Oh, you're picking number 2.
Oh,
I'm
I am
picking number
picking
3.
number 2. All right, cool. We're gonna make
Jeez,
this.
my life would be easy if I was picking number 2.
We're gonna make this real easy with the number 2 pick. The New York Jets select Robert Saleh's favorite, Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson at number 2.
Great pick.
Yeah, this is kind of the second layup pick. You know, at first it was just we knew where Trevor Lawrence was going. Then it became, all right, we know where everybody's going.
If I can say one thing on Zach Wilson, out of all the quarterbacks in the draft, outside of taking Kellen Mond or Mills from Stanford in the first round, for me, Zach Wilson has the highest bust potential.
Bust potential. Well,
He's going into a
I was gonna say,
dysfunctional
he's
organization.
going to the Jets, so yeah.
Yeah, he's going to the Jets. I think as a prospect, I really like him. I can make an argument that he's 2A or 2B on the just in quarterback and just in general for the draft. Having said that, I'm a little nervous. Him going 2 is a big price tag. So we'll see. We'll see if it works out for the Jets.
You just see the throws that he makes when you watch his
It's impressive.
tapes. It literally just translates to the NFL. And the dude to be injured in 2019, to come back, have a hell of a year last season. Like, this guy's just ready. And you see it with Robert Saleh, everything that he's come out to say, like, that's just his quarterback. And I see them two working so well together. And it's crazy to say that Zach Wilson's going to be going number 2 in this draft after a couple months ago. We didn't even know who the hell he was.
It's my quarterback.
Your boy did.
Yeah,
I was trying to convince Stick that the Lions should look into him as Matthew Stafford's replacement in like the 2nd or 3rd round.
Yeah, we gave you love for that yesterday.
We
I
did.
was like, Adam, put that dude on the map. And maybe if you, and Joey said it's because you started talking in Dearborn, it got to Sala, and now look what happened.
I don't think it's that.
No, it's what
100%.
happened. Dearborn's such a tight-knit community,
Oh, my
man.
goodness.
You gave it away. All right. Number 3, this is where it gets interesting because Corey kind of,
Yeah, I know.
He did what Corey wanted to do.
Corey did the Joik shit. So
All right, so here we go. Number
All right.
3, hold on. San Francisco 49ers are on the clock.
and with the number 3 overall pick, the San Francisco 49ers, I'm not going to hate this, are going to take Justin Fields, actually, not Mac Jones. They're going to take Justin Fields, number 3. I think it's a good fit. I think any quarterback that the 49ers take will succeed. Kyle Shanahan just wins with any quarterback. He did it with Matt Schaub, turned Matt Ryan into an MVP. This is the best situation for any quarterback in the draft, to go to San Francisco. It's a win-now situation. If they go for Trey Lance, they can sit him for a year and then trade Garoppolo. If they want to bring in Mac Jones, they can bring him in right away and play. You have Justin Fields. I think he could probably play by week 7, week 8. Just depends how quick he learns the offense. Having said that, based on Fields at 3, I don't hate the pick. I prefer over Mac Jones, but I'm not going to dog on this pick.
Okay, so you're okay with Corey selecting that for you?
Yeah. There's no lose situation for the Niners here unless they're scared, which would be the Mac Jones pick. If they're really bold, they'll take Trey Lance, who is probably the most raw talent in the draft outside of Trevor Lawrence. I'm not going to hate Justin Fields as a number 3 pick, though.
All right. Well, moving right along. 3 quarterbacks off the board, and that is the way it went in 1971. There went 1, 2, 3.
Was that the last time?
No, 1999 was the last time.
Okay.
But it was Tim Couch, Donovan McNabb, and Akili Smith. Those were the 1, 2, and 3. And only one of those guys was a good player.
Yep.
That's what's crazy about this, is as much as everybody's hyped about all of these quarterbacks coming out, the majority of them are going to flop.
The Mariota draft. Same thing. I believe him and Winston went 1 and 2.
Yeah.
This is just how it is. And then if you actually want to really look into this, probably the 3rd or 4th quarterback taken, and maybe around pick 9 to pick 11, is probably going to be the one that has the highest potential. You never know. This is how the NFL draft works. Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes went 10 and 12.
And who went number 2?
Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky. So that's why, as much as we love all these picks and there's so much hype about them, man, it's going to be interesting in 5 years to look back and be like, oh my God, remember all those quarterbacks? And only one of them wound up being a decent one.
Watch it be Mac Jones. That's the only dude that kills.
If he goes to New England, I could see him working out very well. He'll work out in San Francisco too.
Right.
I mean, that's a win-now situation. But
Mac Jones is like, just because he's not what these guys are doesn't mean he's not capable.
No, but with Mac Jones, the whole argument I have with Mac Jones going number 3, which I have an issue with, is why are you upgrading from Jimmy G to Jimmy G 5 years younger? Like, you're not really improving your football team significantly, but Kyle Shanahan has proven that he can win with any quarterback. He just needs a quarterback, and he'll get it done.
Right. Okay. Well, Joey, you ready for your next pick? Atlanta is on the clock at number 4. Joey is selecting for Atlanta.
And with the 4th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, your Atlanta Falcons select 4.44 40-yard dash, Kyle Pitts.
That's a dangerous offense now, man. Who's going to stop Atlanta?
That's a dangerous offense.
This is one of the picks, I think, that gets traded. I could see Miami trading up from 6 to 4 just to secure Pitts or Chase, depending on what information they have. Having said that, I don't hate this pick. That's the best talent in the draft, probably, outside of the quarterback position. So this is not a wrong pick. Atlanta getting him almost solidifies that Julio will be gone. We'll see.
Yeah, we talked about
Falcons
that a
have a
little
ton of
bit
issues,
yesterday
so.
on the show. Like, would you want Julio here for the Lions? And reportedly, the Lions reached out to Atlanta and tried to trade up, but they want Jamar Chase, and they don't think he's going to be there at 7. So the trade didn't go through, obviously. But I wonder what they offered to move from 7 to 4.
I would have offered. You would have had to offer the number 7 pick, a future 1, and maybe a 3.
Just to move up 4 spots?
You're moving up into quarterback territory. You have to. You're moving up to the number 4 overall selection. And based on this draft, 3 quarterbacks were taken, which means the best athlete prospects are still on the board.
Right.
It's a very
all of them.
It's a very valuable pick.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase is on the board. Kyle Pitts is on the board. Penei Sewell's on the board.
Because it's crazy. Any other year, you take these quarterbacks out, all of those other athletes are going to be a first pick.
Penei Sewell goes number 2 if there's no quarterback talk in the top 3. Realistically, Kyle Pitts probably goes 3.
What do you think about the Lions, though, like targeting a Jamar Chase? What does that tell you about where their head is at?
I think their head's in the right place. You can't send Jared Goff onto the field with nobody to throw to. Having said that, I don't think Chase will be available at 7, let alone Pitts.
That's why they tried to move up.
So I don't hate the decision, but I'm glad they didn't make it based on what they would have had to give up.
Yeah, if we would have had to give up another first, I would have.
You would have had to give away the Stafford deal, which you finesse.
Yes.
You're essentially. It wouldn't have been a good look, in my opinion.
Yeah, I only thought like if they gave away that 3rd round pick that they got that compensatory pick, then maybe okay to move up 4 spots, but that wouldn't have been enough. You know.
The problem is, I think Atlanta, the best trade partner they have would be Miami, because they could go back to 6 and probably get a Panay. Because Miami will trade up to 4, get Chase or Pitts, and then you have Cincinnati taking Chase or Pitts, and then you have Sewell in your lap at 6, and you got a bunch of picks. I think that's a good deal for the Atlanta, but
that's the thing. Chase ain't going past number 5.
You'd be surprised.
Well, let's get to number 5. That is Cincinnati. That is on the clock, and obviously they could look at Chase or Jamar Chase. You know, reunite Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, but I'm actually gonna think that they're going to do the correct thing in Cincinnati.
Okay.
And with the number 5 overall pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select our boy Sewell.
Good job.
Yeah.
That's a responsible decision. Probably the best prospect on the offensive line aspect, clearly. Probably by a mile compared to everyone else. Yeah, Joe Burrow throwing to Jamar Chase would be pretty useless if Joe Burrow's leg is broken. So this seems like a safe pick.
Yeah, you have to build that offensive line and protect them. You already drafted T. Higgins last year, who showed he's capable. You have Tyler Boyd. I mean, so your wide receiver core isn't that inept where you need to up it right away. I mean, you got rid of A.J. Green, obviously, but you still have
It's a deep wide receiver class.
Yeah, you still have Joe Mixon in the backfield. Like, I don't think you need more offensive weapons. You need more offensive power.
They could find themselves in a scenario where they're picking 4 in the 2nd round. And a Rondell Moore or a Terrence Marshall Jr. might slip. You never know.
Did you
it's
see
a deep
what
wide receiver class.
Penei Sewell said about Detroit?
No.
Alex, you got that video ready to rock? Listen to what, and this is rare. This is really rare. He was a Detroit Lions fan growing up.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Where is he from?
It's in the prep, the first video I sent you. It says Penei Sewell on it. Take that one, and we'll play that back later. But yeah, it's crazy. He was getting interviewed, and they asked him, like, he was a big fan of Barry Sanders and like that Lions era, and he was talking about Javid Best, and Calvin Johnson was like his favorite player. So really interesting that somebody actually liked the Lions.
If I'm gonna grade anybody that ends up taking Penei Sewell, I gotta give him an A+, because this guy has Orlando Pace, Jonathan Ogden potential on the offensive side, on the offensive line. Like, that is so rare. You get your Fishers, you get all these, like the Kansas City Chiefs linemen, Zach Martin. You have all these guys nowhere near the ceiling that Penei Sewell has. So I think it's a great pick, personally.
Right. Well, we got our draft party going on tonight. We're only on pick 5 right now. We'll get to the Lions pick coming up, and if you guys want to call up and let us know what you're thinking the Lions should pick, 313-552-6322. But, Joey, tell them a little bit about Sun RV before we get to those picks.
I'm just excited for Sun RV. Honestly, maybe even a little bit more excited than I am for the draft tonight, because in June we are heading to Petoskey, and it is just such a beautiful resort. That's what I like to call this, because we're going camping, but Sun RV Resorts, they literally have the most beautiful little tiny homes. They got their RV sites. You could pull up your trailer. You could drive up in a regular car and stay at these and camp out there. That right there is a picture from Petoskey, and they have over 160 RV and camping resorts across the U.S. and across Canada. So they have fun things like water parks, lazy rivers, mini golf. We're going to be doing all that on our trip. So book yours today, sunrvresorts.com.
Ridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. I'm trying to find me a shirt. Ooh, look at these swimming shorts. What are you doing over there, Stick?
I'm trying to find me a drink. Ooh, look at these bonfire bitters.
Ready for summer.
Let's go. I love that sound.
That's number 8. That's the 8th time you've hit it today.
You keeping track?
Yep.
I love it. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. We're hosting our live draft party tonight at the Del Mar. It's going to be fun. I mean, the amount of people RSVPing to this thing and who's all coming to this, like, it's going to be like a social media Lions Network frenzy is really what's going to happen tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I tried getting the invite out to Governor Whitmer, but she did not want to come out, sadly.
I mean, yeah, if it was out of state, she probably would have came. Let's go.
Oh, goodness. Well, I got the 6th overall pick. I'm picking for Miami. And I agree with Corey's pick here. 100%.
For the Dolphins? Hold on. Let me hit the sounder.
Dude's about to go without the sounder.
Yeah. It's not
With
official without the
6th
sounder.
overall pick, I'm getting the best wide receiver prospect in the draft. The Miami Dolphins are taking Jamar Chase. This is a home run hit for them. They've got to figure out what they have in Tua. You'll know probably by late November, hell, probably even early November, if Tua can even throw the goddamn football. Giving him all the weapons he needs. You'll have Gesicki, you'll have Jamar Chase now. Lots of talent on the offensive side of the ball for Miami. No excuses for Tua. They'll figure out if they have their franchise quarterback or not. This is definitely the right pick.
Yeah, Jamar Chase is a beast. You know, they're comparing him to literally some of the greats that have come out lately. And I don't, honestly, him taking a year off really was kind of weird because you're going off of his production from 2 years ago, and you don't know what can happen in a year. Could he get stronger, bigger, faster? Of course. Could he lose some of his sharpness? Of course. And I don't love when players take time off, but at the same time, he is the best wide receiver prospect because I think he's tier 1. And then
no one's next to him.
Yeah, and then the next tier is, you know, the Alabama boys, and then there's like this massive tier 3.
But those tier 3 players aren't that bad. But
no, they're not, but nobody's Jamar Chase.
Yeah, one more thing on Jamar Chase. He's only 6 foot.
Right.
So he's not the tallest
4'3", 40 though.
You're not getting a 6'4", 4'2", 40 specimen, but what you're getting is a great route runner, amazing hands, and clearly the best prospect at the wide receiver position.
Yeah.
It's a good pick.
No, I think it's a great pick.
I don't hate it.
All right, you ready,
How you
Joey?
guys doing this to me?
Joey's got the Detroit Lions, baby. Who do you think the Lions are going to be selecting at number 7 right now? If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, make sure you drop it in the comments. We want to know who you think they're going to select because we're about to tell you right now who Joey's going to select. With the number 7 overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select...
Let me preface this, guys.
Oh, God.
Let me preface this.
Shouldn't have to preface it.
So, Joy Bell was out at a pro day the other day with some player that people have not seen in any of these tapes or any of this footage.
Jelani Tavai?
No.
No.
You're going to see that video in a little bit because that's who I think the Lions should get. But with that being said, I'm going to play this one smart, and I'm going to go on defense, and I'm going to take Micah Parsons.
That's wrong.
You don't like it?
No, I hate it. You can't take Parsons at 7. You got to trade back. You still have Mac Jones.
Yeah, but we can't do that. That's not an option.
I know.
I'm take saying, Mac Jones at 7?
Can I finish?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Trey Lance is still on the board, too.
You said Mac Jones.
Yeah, let me
7?
finish instead of cutting me off. Mac Jones.
You really want Mac Jones at 7?
Mac Jones and Trey
At
Lance
7.
are still available at 7, which means you're going to have a lot of trade partners. I know we're not doing trade scenarios,
right,
but I hate it at number 7. I don't like Parsons at 7. I think you could trade back to 15 and probably end up with Parsons. Hell, you could probably trade back to 9. Depends what Carolina and Carolina are committed to Darnold, so they're out of the equation. Denver, I still think, are in the quarterback market, so maybe they jump up to 9. That way, New England doesn't jump up from 15 to 7, and maybe they get their Trey Lance or they get their Mac Jones. So this is a trade back scenario, but I mean, if there's a situation where the Lions do trade back and end up with Parsons, I think that's a very good first round.
Well, Detroit Lions Lowdown agrees with you, Joey.
They do, huh?
Yeah, they said Parsons, nasty. Good, Joey.
He is. He is nasty. I mean, you see his tapes coming out of Linebacker University. This guy is definitely ready for the NFL. That's no surprise.
Close the gap.
Like, look at how he reads. His reading game is the best part about everything that he does on a field. And that's the linebacker that we need on this team. Yes, I agree with you, Adam. It'd be nicer to trade back, but on this one, we can't trade back. We got to take what we got. So Parsons is
I'm okay with it.
I'm not going with the
Great
cornerback.
player.
I don't want any of the other tier 2 wide receivers in this draft.
Yeah, it's... Listen, he's probably the number 1 defensive player on the board. I mean, it's him or Patrick Surtain, right? So if you're going to go defense, you got to go with one of these guys. And listen, the Lions defense was historically bad. Even though we had a defensive genius as a head coach, we were historically bad. So I don't mind them addressing the defensive side of the ball, but I'm with you, Adam. Like, I think you're going to be able to get a Parsons at like a 15. Like, this is where you call New England. This is where you call maybe even a Washington, and you let them know, hey, 7's on the block right now. If you want it, come get it.
Yep. Denver's going to be in that market, so you can only go back to 9 and still get Parsons, and I'll be okay with that too if you take him at 9. My one concern is Carolina is now out of the quarterback market. So are they trading back and somebody's taking a Mac Jones or Trey Lance or whoever's available? Or are they going to go with a Rashawn Slater, a Micah Parsons?
Right.
We don't know what's going to happen at 8. So that's also a kind of a roadblock for the
Do you
Detroit
think they're
Lions.
entirely out of the quarterback hunt?
Yeah, they're committed to Sam Darnold. When they traded Teddy Bridgewater, they made their intentions very clear. They believe in the quarterback. Matt Rule is a great offensive mind. He made that XFL player look pretty damn good against the Lions. So.
PJ Walker.
PJ,
Walker.
baby.
So
Son of a bitch.
So Sam Darnold is going to flourish under Matt Rule. I don't know if he'll live up to his pre-draft expectations, but he'll be a very good quarterback in the NFL.
That game was so tough hearing them say ex-NFL
Just
a million times.
kicking our ass. A lot of people on YouTube right now. Official Savage. I don't think Parsons will change the game like Waddle or Pitts. Let's see. One Pride says, I'd rather take Slater. And then we got Dr. Detroit Slater. Parsons is a clown move. He's calling you a clown,
Hey,
Joey.
that's okay. Who's that?
Where is that? Dr. Detroit.
Dr. Detroit, you a clown.
Not Dr. Darius. Just
Dr.
Dr.
Detroit.
Don Burr likes it, though.
There you go.
Look, again, Parsons at 7 is a stretch. I think he'll be available around 13 or 15, realistically, just because there's so much hype on the corners, actually, coming into this year's draft. You have J.C. Horn, you have Patrick Surtain, even Caleb, Farley. So there's so many defensive players that could go before Micah Parsons. I think he's available in the early 10s, so we'll see.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind them holding down the middle of the defense, but, to me, the Lions are in a position where anybody they take right now, I'm decently okay with, as long as they're not reaching for a guy that's probably going to go in the second round or late first.
As long as they don't pull Jeff Okudah.
Yeah, or we're smarter than the room. Like, that's been the attitude of the Detroit Lions over the past couple drafts. Like, we're smarter than the room. We're going to take this guy because nobody sees what we see. And it's like, no, you're the only one seeing it because you don't know how to evaluate talent.
Yeah, again, if they're really going to take Parsons at 7, I'll be very disappointed just from the fact that there's 2 quarterbacks on the board based on this mock draft. You can't tell me that there's not a trade partner in there. And you can't tell me trading back to maximum at 15, you're not going to get one of the top 3 prospects on the board on the defensive side of the ball, let alone Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle probably still going to be available. So we'll see.
And correction, Don Burr hates the pick.
Oh, thanks, Don.
Yeah, sorry, Don. I messed that up, man.
Stick calling people out for no reason.
Yeah, that's my bad, buddy. So, yeah, Detroit Lions. I mean, there's so many options here for the Lions to pick from. But really the consensus is a lot of people want to trade back right now for this pick.
I feel like that's kind of been our thing. We're part of this rebuild, this retool, whatever the hell they're calling this. The best thing we got in our future right now is some good draft capital. And, yeah, we need a lot of pieces right now, but if we can use this pick and get something to better our future, why not do it?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the whole goal of the draft. Fish, what about you? Do you have anybody that you think the Lions should take or a position you think we need to address?
Probably Penei Sewell or Trey Lance.
Okay, those are the 2 guys you like?
Yeah, those are 2 guys that I would pick.
Why do you like Trey Lance?
Well, he's mobile. He's a good quarterback. He's underrated enough to where other teams wouldn't get him. So that's probably why I'd pick him.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I mean, Trey Lance is definitely going to go in this draft early in the first round, so we're going to find out. And let's do this, Joey. Let's take a break. Let's do your news, and then we'll get back into our mock draft. And, man, everybody's excited about draft day. Like, all of our chats right now are blowing up, and I can't thank everybody enough for being a part of the morning show this morning. Make sure you're commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, no matter where you are. And, yeah, let's do it. Joey's news coming up next on Woodward Sports.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Let's hit Joey's news. We got Joey's news coming up right now. We got to do the extra, read all about it.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
Happy NFL Draft Day. A trade going down just before the big day. And Teddy Bridgewater traded the Broncos for a 6th-round pick, and the Panthers, they were paying him $7 million. Now the Broncos going to be paying him $3 million. And the question is, does this take Denver out of the quarterback market for tonight or no?
We're going to discuss that coming up in our mock draft, baby.
That's coming up right after this. The Phoenix Suns have clinched a playoff spot for the first time in 11 years since 2010. And the question is Chris Paul the MVP? Because the fans were chanting for him yesterday.
This fan base has waited more than a decade.
We waited our entire life for success.
Should have had one last year.
You think about it. They had.
You hear the MVP chants going, and the dude has had a hell of a season, and you see that this guy could do what he's done for this team is impressive.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's a game changer. That's what he is. He shows up and your team gets better.
Dude, they were talking about Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire. Names is the last time. Like, that was like early 2K days.
Yeah. Steve Nash.
Yeah. It's crazy there. Lamar Jackson, did you see him offering a man $100 if he could tell him who he is? It's the weirdest thing. I don't know why he did this. But the man guessed that he played football, but said you're probably a wide receiver. Get some volume on this one.
20.
This one on video, bro. Let's see.
I ain't gonna believe it. You got 100 right here. You know who I am.
Who he is, bro?
At least the team. Turn my Bluetooth. 100 right here. Which team? At least the team.
You gotta send it to me too. I got you. Yeah. I got you.
You trying to get the chain?
But I know you play football, man.
Yeah, what position?
You are a wide receiver.
Come on, bro.
He might not get this, honey.
Hey, he got the jukes though, bro.
He might not get this.
Oh, I'm not. You was on the line. You on the line.
Nope.
Without the vest.
And I'm a struggling man, but you know what I mean. I was trying to be able to see if this contract was true.
Okay.
And nobody want to believe it, but I see you in your face. I walk over there. Who is that? He put together. He got the dreads. Everything. I hope you get the young contract, and I hope then that you make it good for your team. Because
I don't know why they did this to my man.
Good athlete, and I ain't shit coach. And I don't know what position you play, but I know you play football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. And he got the toy.
I still gave up the money. I don't know why they got to do this to some homeless dude out there.
That took forever, man. Like, why don't you, like, do we know who I am? No. Okay, let's move on.
Like, why'd they do that to him, though?
How broke would you go if we walked around asking people if they knew who we are for $100? I know I would be out of money a lot earlier than you would.
Yeah, we'd be out of money. It'd be a while. It'd be a while.
That would be hilarious to start doing that just to random people. Hey, who am I? Oh, who the fuck are you? I have no idea.
We should go out and do that. That'd actually be hilarious. But I love that he didn't know and Jackson still gave him the money.
Yeah, no, that's good. But damn, man, why you got to make the guy jump through hoops? Just give him $100 and send him on his way.
Right. Jokic with the game-tying block on who stick?
On Zion.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Down by 2. Beautiful play, actually, too, to get the ball open. 9 seconds, clock is ticking.
Yeah, you think
Nice
Zion's got this, no problem.
Play.
Then the dad bod God from behind, baby. You got to respect Jokic, though. I mean, he's lost some weight. He looks svelte.
He does.
He looks thinner. But yeah, I mean, him and Zion is like a dream matchup if you're a basketball fan. Watching those two, it's two different skill sets, but it's two awesome skill sets going at it.
Yeah, he's been carrying that team ever since Jamal Murray went out with a torn ACL. So
yeah, Jokic is
quite
the man.
Player. Quite the player.
Just when we thought we needed another Tatis Jr. home run, Josh Rojas stole it from him.
2 balls and a strike. High in the air toward the pole.
That was me at batting practice last night.
Wow, what a catch.
Was that Adam catching the ball?
He took a home
Dude, what a
run
catch.
away from Tatis. Kim is home. It's another run, but what a play by Josh Rojas.
He was like, I am out. This is a home run. No.
I mean, in his defense, though, for Tatis, he was 2 for 4 before that at bat. So that's a sac fly. So he's not getting an out on that. So his batting average was still 500 for the day. So I wouldn't be mad at that.
I'd be mad at that. What do you mean you wouldn't be mad at that? What the? You would be throwing your bat
fucking
across
furious.
the diamond. You would run out to center field and kill that
You
man.
fuck, we're up 9
Right.
runs. Why does it fucking matter?
I've seen you I've seen you on the field. Someone robs you like that, like you're gonna take off your cleat and try to shank them.
Like he did
man.
something wrong.
Right. That was a great play though.
And
Why you
oh
playing
man,
defense?
this play right here is scary. Bryce Harper taking a 97-mile-per-hour heater right to the face.
Look at this in slow-mo.
I thought this scratch my niece gave me on my face was bad.
Ooh.
He's lucky his fucking face didn't break.
Isn't that brutal?
Yeah, I mean, that was 97 miles an hour.
Yep, 97.
Dude walked away with a cut on his face. He'll probably be a little swollen up, but I mean,
Yeah,
that's
he did,
a lot better than Giancarlo Stanton.
He did an IG live after the game just to update people, and it didn't even look like he got hit in the face.
Oh, wow.
He looked fine. He looked fine.
Maybe when he put up his hand, he got just enough.
I don't
slow
think
down the
so.
ball
Play that
from-
back one more time. I guess you can play the whole thing. But
Dude,
really,
97 right. Oh, he doesn't fucking
no,
touch
he
it.
takes it right in the cheekbone, man. Look at this.
How does he
It
not have
goes
a broken
above
face?
the hand, below the helmet.
Whoa,
Look at that.
that's like
How does he not have a
perfect.
broken face right
The ball
now?
curved above his hand. It looked like.
Holy shit.
Oof.
Yep.
This is what he had to say. The video you referenced of him after the game.
Oh, you have that? Good.
What up, everybody? Bryce Harper here. Everything feels good. Everything came back good.
How does he look normal?
I'm glad he's
all that
okay,
kind of stuff, so,
but he's a fucking flop.
face is still there, so we're all good. See you guys soon.
How the heck does nothing happened to him? Unbelievable play right there.
Yeah, guys made a steal.
Made of steel. And I want you to get a steal and take advantage of this deal. Downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. The code word is WSN. That's 15% off. Take advantage of it right now. This store right here has got everything that you want to shop for, fellas. Carhartt gear, everything that you could ever imagine. They even got the Hey Dude shoes that are so hot right now. Go check them out. Downtown Fenton, BridgeStreetExchange.com is their website, or head there in person.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show right here on the Woodward Sports Network. This is Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for being a part of it. Don't forget, our live watch party is going on tonight at the Del Mar in Greektown. Kicking off at about 7 o'clock. We'll kick off the live broadcast, and we're going to be streaming on all of our networks. You guys are more than welcome to come down, have some fun, watch the Lions, hopefully make a Hall of Fame pick this year. Maybe? Anybody?
Honestly, maybe. But the crazy part would be if our second or third rounders are the Hall of Famers.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
I don't care. I don't care who is.
If
We
the
just
Lions
need to
want to
make
have
a
a successful
game-changing
draft,
pick.
if the Lions want to have a successful draft, either something fortunate happens where a Penei Sewell is available at 7, or even Jamar Chase. I doubt that, but if you get one of those players, your first round is a complete success. You don't have to worry about anything till day 2. And now, if you don't have that, then you gotta either trade back, or someone you really believe in's got to be available at 7. But you can't justify Micah Parsons or any of these guys at number 7. It's tough when there's 2 quarterbacks still on the board.
Well, let's get back into our mock draft. And you want to bring on your guest, Joey?
Yeah, because Adam over here acting like he's the GM of the Lions, talking out of his ass entirely. We got to welcome the real expert, Dose of Dion. You've probably seen him on YouTube. The guy kills it. Welcome to the show, Dion.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Can't hear him, Alex.
You can't hear me? Okay,
There
well,
we go.
Now I got you.
You good?
you good?
Look
Yeah,
at,
we
look at
good.
that background. Okay,
Dude.
Dion.
Take down that fucking Stafford jersey. What's wrong with you?
Dude, I can't do it.
Where do you
I
live?
can't do it.
I'm coming over right now.
I at least I gotta get the golf first before I do that. Once I get the golf jersey, I can at least move it. But I don't know if I can take it down.
Golf is more accomplished than Stafford. He's already done more for Detroit.
We're not here to discuss
Listen,
Stafford.
I'm just trying to look out for the guy.
Leave him alone.
I'm trying to look out for the guy.
The guy's joining us out of the kindness of his heart. You start off with take down your fucking Stafford jersey. That's not how we're gonna do things, man.
It's a beautiful jersey back there, Dion. Let everybody know where you are from, though, so Adam could come and take that off of your wall.
Okay, yeah, I'm from Ohio. I'm in Fremont, Ohio. So yeah, about an hour and a half away from Detroit.
You know, anytime we get a fan of the Detroit Lions that doesn't even live here, we love them, and you're here ripping on them, Adam.
Hey, I love him too, but I don't like the jersey. I love the guy. I just hate what's behind him.
Focus on the other stuff that's behind him.
All right, fine. I'll focus on him. What do you think of Joey's pick when he took Parsons at 7 in this mock draft we're doing? How do you feel about that?
I'm a very high on Micah Parsons. Like, not a lot of people are. I love me some Micah Parsons. I've done a lot of watching his film and things like that. It's only the off the field things that really concern me with Micah Parsons, and if that's gonna check the box for the Detroit Lions. If it was purely talent alone and I had to take a guy like Micah Parsons, I would have no issue with it. I'm not sure how much the Lions are gonna value the linebacker position in this year's draft, but I do know that we don't really have a lot of core pieces there, and Jamie Collins is getting older. But I'm a big Micah Parsons fan. He always gets knocks for his coverage. I think he can cover. I think he's slightly limited when you compare him to some other linebackers in this class. But with his size, his ability to drop into zone, I love him as a pass rusher as well. I mean, that guy can get after the quarterback. Running backs can't take him on. Tight ends can't keep up with him. And then, of course, he's just a missile as a run stopper. So I think with Chris Spielman in the building, I love him as a talent. But the off-the-field things, I think, could keep the Lions away.
So we heard the rumor about the Lions trying to trade up to that number 4 spots to go after Jamar Chase. If Chase isn't available, what are you thinking? Are you thinking they're still going to go wide receiver at 7?
Man, dude, this is so tough.
Right?
This is so tough for me to predict. I try to do these predictive mock drafts, and I have no idea. I just keep changing up different picks. I don't know where they're going at this point. I feel like they won't go receiver at 7 if they're stuck at 7. I think if they had a trade back opportunity and Chase is not there, then they could go receiver. I don't think they'll do it at number 7, though. I'm kind of leaning towards the tackle side a little bit more. If I had to predict, that's kind of where I'm thinking they're going to end up going. But hopefully. I think if Chase is there, it seems like it's going to be Chase.
And that's the thing. I mean, we got Jared Goff now locked in 2 years. So why not invest in him and actually protect him?
Just to see.
Just to see, because if we don't give him that fair opportunity, then what was the point of all of this?
Oh, those
first
round picks.
I get it. Getting rid of a loser.
But let's not give up entirely on this season.
No, well, the team's in a rebuild. It's not giving up on the season. If Chase, again, like you said, if Chase is available at 7, which is very unlikely, you snag him and you just run. And you don't ask questions. Having said that, based on most mock drafts, 1 through 3 are going to be quarterbacks. We can all agree on that, I think. So I have 2 quarterbacks most likely going to be on the board at the number 7 pick, which means the Lions are going to have a lot of trade partners, whether it's Denver, whether it's New England. So I think the trade back option is probably the best option for them. And if they want to go back to 15 with New England and they want to take a Waddle or a Devontae Smith, then I'm probably okay with that. But then again, you could get a Micah Parsons at 15, like we said earlier. So we'll see what happens.
So what's your plan for the draft party, man, in Ohio? Are you driving to Cleveland, or what are you doing?
Even better, Stick. Tell him what you're doing today, Dion.
Yeah, I'm coming up. I'm coming up to Detroit.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm coming up there. We were gonna go to the draft first, but then I got hit up by my Joey, and I was like, yeah, that's too awesome. I'm like, I got to do that. That's way better. I told my dad about it, and he's just been so excited for it since. I was like, yeah, that's a crazy awesome opportunity. So we're definitely doing that. We'll probably hit up the draft next year when it's in Vegas.
Yeah, that's hell yeah, man. We should all hit up the draft next year when it's in Vegas.
And that's what I love about Dion. It's like I was talking to him yesterday and finding out like why he is a Detroit Lions fan. Because honestly, I just wanted to know, why are you a Detroit Lions fan, not even living here? Because when you're born here, unfortunately, you're stuck loving these bad teams. But you being out in Ohio, your dad is the reason why you are a Lions fan. Tell us about that.
Yeah, he's always telling me he apologizes that he did this. But no, I mean, yeah, I've been a fan since I grew up. I guess his story is he had like a sticker on a desk that was a Lions sticker, so he was a Lions fan since then. And yeah, he made me, his brothers, into Lions fan. Well, at least one of them. So that's me now. I've been a Lions fan. I grew up a Lions fan. I have like some old jerseys. You got the Harringtons, things like that. But no, I love it, man. I mean, it's been rough, but I feel like, we get the benefit of when we do have a good season. It always feels better, like you get a playoff year, like that's such a great year. Some people just take that stuff for granted, but we get a playoff year, man. I'm on top of the world, so I love it.
It's so good, man. It's nice to see other fans out there that are tortured and weaned into this, just like we all are. Because we're all fans of the Lions, and you try to explain it to people, and they just don't understand why. And you're like, listen, it's just in my blood. My dad taught it to me, and Sundays are Lions football days, and that's it. Thanksgiving is Lions football, and that's it. That's all I've ever known.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, we try to go up every year. Of course, last year we couldn't go because of COVID. We try to go to games every year, but I mean, yeah, Sunday, man, we're all over it. I mean, we're here early. I'm doing my pre-games. He comes in early. Sometimes people come over with him. We used to do it obviously at our house, but then we came over here and started watching him. But yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I love it. It's my favorite day of the week. I just love doing the Lion stuff. I don't know what it is, man. I'm just addicted to this stuff.
Hell yeah. Well, it's going to be awesome to have you at the draft party today, man. You're going to have to hop on our live stream a couple times and go over some picks with us because we're going to be there through the whole first round, and we'll have a mic open for you. So whenever you want to pop on, man, let us know.
And there's his name right there, too, Dose of Dion 2.0. Make sure you follow him and subscribe on his YouTube channel because this kid's talented.
Heck yeah. And that's what we're trying to do here, man. Just create an awesome sports community for all Detroit sports fans. And, it's all on social media. It's all digital. And we're all here to support each other. So thank you for coming on this morning, man. I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, thank you, guys, man. This was awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, bring that jersey and throw it right down his face when you see him tonight.
Bring the Joey Harrington jersey. I won't kill you as much.
He's going to wear it. Adam's going to stab you when you walk in.
Why are you going to wear it? Why are you just going to ruin the whole vibe of the draft party? I mean, come on.
Oh, that's awesome.
8-67, Dion. Come on, man.
Thank you, Dose of Dion, man. Appreciate you. And we also appreciate our people at Hall Financial for getting our interest rates right because, if you're over 3% right now, that is not going to cut it. You need to save yourself some money and hit up davidhallmortgage.com today. They will do a free evaluation on your mortgage, and they'll let you know if they can save you some money because that's what we want to do here. Get you in a little better situation, and you can take that extra money, come down to the Del Mar tonight, buy some Maker's Mark, and we'll have a good time. So lower payments, better options, more personal attention. Hall Financial is where you need to go.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports at my favorite downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. Let's go check out their beautiful store. We love Michigan summers. Got to turn up on the lake. Pre-made mixed drinks. They even got their own beautiful Bridge Street Exchange t-shirts. I got mine on. Jewelry, they got you here. I got mine on. Titanium Buzz. If you're not quite ready to ask that big question yet with the jewelry, look nice for your girl. They got polos. And last but not least, the most comfortable shoes on the planet. Hey Dude. They're literally called Hey Dude. Shop here at Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. Support a locally owned business.
All right, let's get back into it. We got 3 more picks to round out the top 10 of our roundtable mock draft, and this is I like these last 3 picks. Where do we leave off? Joey, so it's on me?
Yep, so now it's the number 8 pick.
Yep, for the Carolina Panthers. Now, it's interesting because the Carolina Panthers just traded away Teddy Bridgewater, their backup quarterback. Well, assuming he's the backup to Sam Darnold, right?
Well, that he was going to be the backup.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Yeah,
they traded away one of their quarterbacks. I don't know. I didn't get a look at the depth chart before they traded him away, but I'm assuming he would have been the backup going into this year. He's in Denver now, so that, to me, doesn't necessarily mean they're out of the quarterback range. And I have I got to hit my sounder. Got to make it official. Hold on. I have the Carolina Panthers at 8 selecting Trey Lance.
That's wrong.
What's wrong about that? They're in the same situation the Lions are in right now. Actually, the Lions are in a better off situation, and we're still considering them to take a quarterback. Sam Darnold hasn't proven anything in the NFL, so why not use those last couple years on his rookie contract to bring up a Trey Lance?
And if you say P.J. Walker, I'm going to kill you.
To be honest, you know what? I don't hate it, but I just think there's going to be much better options for Carolina at number 8. I think they're going to have trade partners because Trey Lance and Mac Jones are still available on the board right now. I think they'll have a lot of trade partners available. But having said that, if they do trade Trey Lance, it's not a bad pick. Like you said, you have 2 years of Sam Darnold that you can basically throw away and see if he has anything, and you can develop this guy in the background. And he's got raw talent. He can play. He can throw the ball. He makes calls at the line of scrimmage for the offensive line. He can do it all. Probably the biggest risk of the draft, but probably the highest ceiling outside of Trevor Lawrence. So I don't hate it.
So all that, how am I wrong?
Yeah, no. I thought about it a little more.
You thought about it while you were talking? All right, cool. It makes sense.
No, I walked
really
myself
does.
through it. Like, you know what? They have Sam Darnold. They don't have a clear backup. You bring in Trey Lance, he's going to learn for at least a whole season.
Right.
And then you'll know by then what you got in Sam Darnold, and then you can just plug him in the following season and trade Darnold, or you can just sit him a second season depending on what happens.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's very similar to the Lions, except Goff's a little more accomplished than Darnold, or a lot more accomplished than Darnold.
This is one guy that I'm really excited to see in the NFL. I didn't know much about him before all this NFL draft talk popped off, and I'm sure you probably didn't either. It's just seeing all this tape and seeing what he is capable of, and Adam's infamous line of the ceiling is endless. It really is.
No, he's got all the intangibles and he's got all the tangibles. It's just, can he put them all together at the NFL level? And that's a different story, because he's making a leap. Like Mac Jones is kind of going to seamlessly slide right into the NFL because he played in a pro offense against the SEC, and then now what Trey Lance is going to do is try to go from D2 essentially to the NFL, and that's a much bigger leap for him to make.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen D2 players play D1 and then go to the NFL and transition very well. Aaron Rodgers, Cam Newton, but you know, with Trey Lance, it's a project.
Right.
You're drafting him knowing it's going to be a project, and that hopefully in a year, 2 years, it really pays off.
All right, now on to Denver at number 9. Adam, you got
fucking
this pick.
stupid fucking pick, Corey.
Corey picked these for Adams, but you got to. This is your hill, man. Defend it.
Don't throw Corey under the bus.
I'm gonna throw Corey. Who the fuck am I gonna take Mac Jones at 9? Why? My depth chart's gonna be what the fuck? Drew Lock, Teddy Bridgewater, and now Mac Jones. What am I doing? Ring around the fucking Rosie? Each one plays a fucking quarter. Holy shit, this is stupid.
All I know is it says number 9 Mac Jones picked by Adam.
But Adam, why would you pick that at number 9? What do you think?
Why would you do that?
This is so stupid. Mac Jones, okay, one, they eliminated themselves yesterday from the quarterback market. So if anything, they're going to make the trade with New England, and New England is going to take Mac Jones at number 9 in this scenario. Having said that, this is really dumb. Maybe they can take Teddy Bridgewater and put him out at wide receiver. Who knows? I don't know what the hell they're doing. This makes no sense to me. Absolutely, this is dumb. Really fucking stupid. And I have no idea how to justify this. I can't justify this. I can't justify having 3 quarterbacks on my fucking depth chart, and I wasted two of them.
This is
in
the
a
team that
first-round
drafted
pick.
2 wide receivers in round 1 and round 2 last year, so they like to double up on positions.
They're tripling up on this one. What the fuck? I mean,
they may not love Drew Lock, so that may be out the window. Teddy Bridgewater is, if he doesn't go see the doctor, he should be okay.
They should have traded Drew Lock by now if they didn't like him. Like, you can't justify taking Mac Jones. You're essentially throwing away all your leverage trade value for Drew Lock. You basically just traded a 6th-round pick for Teddy Bridgewater. So teams already know you're not totally sold on Drew Lock. You take Mac Jones number 9. Drew Lock's value is absolutely 0. You've wasted a first-round pick on him. Mac Jones is not going to walk in and make that team a contender in one of the hardest divisions in football. You have the Chargers, who are up and coming. You have the Kansas City Chiefs, dominant. And the Raiders are actually a pretty damn good football team. Makes no sense to me. This is really dumb.
So
stupid.
Who would you take?
Who would I take?
Yep.
Who's on the board right now? Oh,
you got
I can
2
get
wide receivers.
I can get J.C. Horn.
Yeah,
I can get
Patrick Surtain.
I can take J.C. Horn in this one. I can take Patrick Surtain. Corners aren't a bad fit, although Denver did address the cornerback position.
Slater's still on the board.
Slater is on the board. I think that's probably the right pick.
Kwity Paye.
They've already. I don't think they need an edge rusher. Their Bradley Chubb is pretty decent. But having said that, if I was to take somebody in this position and New England wasn't trading back, I would go with
Mac Jones. We saw it.
Sean Slater. Sean Slater would be the guy.
Okay.
I would shore up my offensive line, and I'll let Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock figure it out. But trading is probably the best situation for them.
Well, let's move on to the number 10 pick. This has kind of been written in stone, just like this has been bookends since the beginning of every mock draft. You have number 1, Trevor Lawrence, and number 10, Joey. Who we got the Dallas Cowboys selecting?
The Cowboys are going with, thanks to Adam for not picking him, Patrick Surtain, baby.
Yeah.
This is just it fits. It makes so much sense.
He's a Jerry Jones player for sure.
I'll give you guys a warning on Patrick Surtain, and it's just not even a knock on him. It's a knock of just historically how Nick Saban players come out on the defensive side of the ball. Nick Saban is such a great coach that he coaches these guys up pretty damn close to their ceiling. So probably what you see in college from Patrick Surtain is what you're going to get in the NFL. Now that's probably going to be pretty good, but you have people like J.C. Horn who have like super untapped potential. Hell, even Caleb Farley for maybe not as high as J.C. Horn, but for me, I wouldn't take Patrick Surtain at number 10. I would definitely try to. If I was going to go corner, it would be J.C. Horn, but Patrick Surtain is cool.
Yeah, J.C. Horn, his one-on-one matchups, we've been talking about this now for a couple weeks, like against Jerry Jeudy, he killed him, against Kyle Pitts, killed him, like everybody. So, yeah, I like J.C. Horn, I like Patrick Surtain. So that wraps up our top 10. Do you want to throw it up there one more time, Alex, just so we can run it down real quick? We'll go from number 1, Trevor Lawrence, number 2, Zach Wilson, number 3, Justin Fields, number 4, Kyle Pitts, number 5, our boy Penei Sewell, or Sewell. I can never get that name right. I can never get that name right. Penei Sewell. Number 6, Jamar Chase. Number 7, Micah Parsons. Number 8, Trey Lance. Number 9, Mac Jones. That was Adam's pick. And number 10, Patrick Surtain.
Can I say something real quick?
That wasn't your pick?
The first 6 picks are the worst case scenario for the Lions. In the sense that they can't get Jamar Chase or Penei Sewell.
Yeah.
Now, moving past that, this is also a very good situation because I think at number 7, you have 2 quarterbacks, obviously, that were taken past the Lions that are on the board. Teams are going to want to trade up and get them. So I think the Lions are going to be in a good situation whether a Jamar Chase falls in their lap or they have to trade back and build draft capital. I'm okay with either way.
Yeah, so, Joey, there's another prospect that we didn't talk about. Do you want to get into that?
There actually is, and Joique Bell actually brought this, put this athlete on our radar that I feel like you guys should just take a look at because I think he'd be a good pick for the Lions.
Let's do it. Let's watch it.
Easy, baby. Easy, baby. Let's go. Pro day, baby. That didn't hurt.
Joy has me out here wasting my time because he wants to have a pro day because he thinks he has an opportunity to go play for the Lions. So I'm going to take him through some pro day drills. We're going to make a hype tape for him. And then hopefully he can get a couple looks. But I'm letting you guys know right now, he is not an athlete. But this will be amusing. Stay tapped in. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is a 40-yard dash. You're gonna start down there on the goal line. You're gonna sprint down to the 40, out time. All right, cool. On you. Man, he's so slow. Good stuff, man. You're working hard, man. Good stuff. You're killing it. Give me one more. You get 2.
What was that for real?
It was good. It was good. It was horrible. It was terrible, bro. I seen newborns faster. Keep it up. Oh my God, he's getting worse. He's getting worse. Woo! Hey, there's some good numbers. Good numbers. All right. Now we're gonna do some cone drills. You know what the 20-yard shuttle is?
Yes.
All right, 20-yard shuttle. Let's go. Come on, guys. All right, let's try it again. He's getting worse. You're getting better, man. You're getting better. You don't get this much instruction at a pro day. They'll think you're stupid. All right, here we go, Joey. 8.4 seconds. I don't think I ever seen an L drill that slow before.
I killed that one.
Good job, Joey. No legs, no speed. He's tired. Got them ham hocks out there. You got to pick up them thighs. Hut. I hit your hand. Got to catch it. Hit his hand. Got to catch it. Watch he drop it. They don't get no better ball than that.
The Lions don't draft me number 7. I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm not lying. Probably one of the worst performances I've ever seen at a pro day.
Thank you, Coach.
Probably one of the worst ones. A lot of improvement.
I appreciate it.
A lot of improvement. And just like that graveyard over there, that's about as close to the NFL you ever get, because your NFL career is dead. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your pro day. Woodward Sports. Joy Bell. Joy Radio's out.
Hey, but wait, some people, they think otherwise.
Like, y'all better stop Joey. Y'all better mess it up this year in this year 2021 draft.
Let's go, Joey.
As we count down to the draft, a prospect's name to watch as we get closer and closer. Someone on the rise, Joey Namath.
Problem is, though, Nike just called and wants us to pay them for you wearing that stupid fucking headband, because there's no way they put that on their athletes.
They're suing us?
They're suing us for that.
That's my thing when I ride, when I go riding bikes, too.
Dude, a 5.0440 or whatever.
5.75.
Woo, baby.
Fast.
Well,
Fast, boy.
Fast, boy. Fast, boy. Well, that was a look at Joey's pro day, so... That was fun, man. I'm glad you and Joik went out there and did that.
Honestly, like, when you see the talent that I had out on that field, like, everybody out there was looking like, damn, who is that? and honestly, we have Justin Rogers up here, the Detroit Lions beat writer for the Detroit News. What do you think of that?
You are off the Lions board.
Well, yeah, where was he on your big board before you saw the footage?
Somewhere in the 12,000s.
Honestly, it's better than the 13,000s.
Yeah, he's ahead of like maybe 3 D3 long snappers.
Nice.
Not even that.
Not even that.
Let's talk real football now.
Yeah, so what's your plans for the draft tonight? Like, I know we invited you to our draft party, but you're like, no, man, I got to stay focused. I stay in my room. It's like I'm zoning out because you got to follow every single detail, right?
Yeah, I mean, usually I'm down in Allen Park, and COVID's kind of, turned that up on its head. So last year was work from the couch, working with the TV, had one TV on, had my laptop on with a different channel so I can kind of follow both sets of coverages, and a lot of text, a lot of Twitter, and a lot of writing.
Yeah, because you got to pump out the articles, and then even going into the next day, predicting what they're doing. Not only recapping what they do in day one, but you got to dive deep into the next day too, right?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not used to being on deadline. Like, deadlines aren't really a thing in the NFL, right? Like, I got till 9 o'clock in the 1 o'clock game, so it's a little bit more of a tighter squeeze here with the pick 7, and if they trade back, I probably won't even make deadline. But yeah, usually round 1, round 2, I'm wrapping up around 2, 3 in the morning.
Oh, gosh, man.
That's crazy. Like, we're over here like, man, we got to go till 11 o'clock tonight. It's going to be late.
Tough. It's going to be a tough night.
But then you look at Justin Rogers' Twitter tweet 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago. Like, the dude does not sleep right now, and this is your time to shine, Justin, and you definitely do.
So I see you got your whole draft board over there. What are you looking at?
No, I mean, more than anything, like, at this point, there's so many names, right? And I got to sometimes just got to keep it straight, keep it in front of me, because I get so focused in on round 1,
Right.
And so as you know, we get into these discussions, I like to just kind of keep a list of maybe 10 names per position, kind of my own personal rankings, just to kind of keep me focused. But you know, tonight is about round 1, right? Like I can't think about round 2, I can't think about round 3. I've got to think about what's happening tonight and what's happening with those first 6 picks that lead into what Detroit's ultimately going to do.
So did you hear the rumors that the Lions tried to trade up to get the number 4 selection to go after Jamar Chase? Did we hear the same thing?
I heard it. I don't know how much I believe it. You know, I think there's a lot of testing the waters, if you will, this time of year. You want to see the cost of what something costs. Sometimes you just want to put it out there. You want people to hear that's what you want to do because you're trying to drive. So that's the smoke screen season,
it's
right?
It's a smart way to do it.
So it's kind of like me when I'm out on the Vegas Strip and I see hookers. I don't really want to get them, but I negotiate. I just want to put the feelers out and see how much they're going to go for. I get it. Comparable.
Yeah, sure.
Same
We'll
thing.
go with that.
Can we drop that?
Yeah, we'll go with that. No, but that's one thing I like about this regime, that because last year we just blatantly told everybody we're not taking a quarterback. You know, we spent a ton of money on Chase Daniels right before the draft. Pretty much the writing was on the wall that we weren't taking a quarterback last year. This year, I don't know what the hell they're going to do. Yeah. And I love it.
Well, you know, I go back to last year. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter what teams think you're going to do. It matters what they think the people in front of you are going to do or the people behind you are going to do. You're more worried about, if you're New England, for example, and you want to trade up for Justin Fields, you're more worried about what you know, the other teams that might trade up and try to jump the Lions are going to do, as opposed to the Lions to take a quarterback. Because if they want a quarterback, they're not trading out of that spot. They're going to take their quarterback. It is really interesting, and I'm really focused in on picks 3 and 4. You know, you look at San Francisco, it's been Mac Jones forever. And I just, even though there's all the smoke in the world there, I can't convince myself that they gave up 3 first-rounders
for Mac Jones.
Listen, the guy is accurate and he's smart.
Right.
Those are 2 great traits at quarterback, but this is a league that has moved toward athleticism, dual threat ability, and arm strength. And he is way below average on the mobility and below average on arm strength. So I know Kyle Shanahan's done it before with Kirk Cousins and Matt Ryan, and he's had success with those types of guys. And Mac Jones might be the guy that could come in right away if Jimmy Garoppolo gets injured in week 3. But, man, I mean, to pass on Trey Lance and Justin Fields and to give up all that draft equity is crazy to me. And then you look at pick 4. You know, is Atlanta going to take a quarterback?
Right.
You know, Matt Ryan is 36 years old. I know they're kind of tied to him for at least next season, probably 2 seasons. But again, Trey Lance, 20 years old, he's got a lot of upside, and even Justin Fields, you know, Georgia's son, you know, can you build your future around that? Apparently, their owner wants them to seriously consider quarterback. If 4 quarterbacks come off the board, particularly if it's not Mac Jones in that group, well, Mac Jones or not, that's good for the Lions. You know,
it's great.
Yeah, you're either pushing guys down, you know, non-quarterbacks giving you an elite option there at 7. Or those quarterbacks are going to kind of dip down to the Lions, and then they have their option of whether they want to take their franchise guy, or they're probably going to have some trade back offers.
As a reporter, we talk to Terry Foster about this all the time. He's going to be on right after you, but he says he can't be a fan, and you have to take the same approach tonight, right? Like, no matter what they take, you're not going to be disappointed or elated. You're just going to dive in to figure out why they did it.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm not a fan. You know, beat writers are not fans.
It's so crazy to me.
You spend your whole life,
following
everything about this team, but I am not a fan.
But I get it, because you got to be impartial. You can't you can't pick sides.
And you could still enjoy the job. You know, I love football, right? So there is a joy to watching the puzzle and how it's put together. But you know, ultimately, I don't care whether the Lions win or lose. You know, that's not my job. There's a story to write regardless. People always say, who do you want them to draft? I want them to draft the best talker. You know, I want the player to be good. I want him to be relevant.
Right.
And then
Jamal Williams, that's who's the best talker.
Jamal Williams was the greatest offseason signing in the entire NFL.
Yeah.
Not because he's going to be an amazing player, which he's going to contribute. He's going to be a good player. We see what he did in Green Bay. I'm sure he can port that over here. He is fantastic to talk to, and that's what I want. I want guys that are fantastic to talk to, and again, preferably they're top contributors on the team, because then what they say is relevant and people care.
Makes sense. I mean, it really makes sense. It's just hard for me to wrap around that because Terry always chops on me for calling, when I'm talking about the Lions, I say we, I say us. He's like, oh, you on the team? I'm like, oh, no, I'm not on the team, but, it's us. It's us. So
Joey can now say we after running those three cone drills.
See, I'm glad you get it. You see through talent, and that's why we have you up here on this panel.
Couldn't even get through the sentence, could you?
With a straight face, I couldn't.
Well, Justin, man, I'm looking forward to reading all this stuff that you put out after tomorrow. Are you free tomorrow morning to hop on, like maybe do a Zoom call or come in to discuss what you saw yesterday or today, which will be yesterday?
Give us a breakdown of the draft.
Yeah, I could stop by tomorrow.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's plan on that because, tomorrow's draft is just as important as today's draft, too. Like,
no question.
We're all so focused because the Lions have a top 10 pick on the top 10. But outside of that, man, second, third, and fourth round is where champions are made.
Hey, they may be picking more than the 3 picks they already have if that trade down scenario plays out. We'll be talking about 4 or 5 picks tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be fun, man. Well, I appreciate you coming down. I appreciate your time and your insight. It's always great, and you always are measured and smart with what you say. So thank you very much, man. Appreciate you.
At Justin_Rogers, hit him with that follow on Twitter.
And you can also follow our people at Levels. It's Enjoy Levels on Instagram. All you got to do is pop over there, and they're going to have a new store opening in Centerline very, very soon. Plus, we got Green Galaxy up in Flint. You can make sure you go show those people some love because they've been showing us a lot of love. And we appreciate local companies here in Michigan, especially right in Southeast Michigan, where we were born and raised. So make sure you go enjoylevels.com, check out all the products that they have, and follow them at Enjoy Levels.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire a graduate of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network. I just wanted to take a second to let everybody know that I am a human being and I do have feelings, and all these dad bod comments are killing me right now. It ain't easy getting a dad bod like this, okay?
I am a human being. I do have feelings. Man, it has been a draft extravaganza today. Not only did we have our mock draft, we had Dose of Dion, the YouTuber on. We just had Justin Rogers, the writer for the Detroit Free Press. Now we have Terry Foster.
Or the Detroit News.
Oh, my bad. Oh, did I screw that up? Did I screw that up royally? Fuck,
right.
My bad.
Hey, hold up. Restart that. It's all good. Listen, we had everybody. We had Dose of Dion.
I really apologize
Justin
for that.
Rogers.
Oh, man. I'm sorry I fucked that up.
It happens. Come on, it happened. The Detroit News is where it's at,
Yeah,
baby.
Detroit News. That's what you got to read, and that's what we're going to read tomorrow morning. So, God, man, that sucks.
That's
such a good interview.
Look,
he's leaving. Please leave it. He ain't ever coming back now.
It's raining, and you insult him like that.
My bad, man. Damn it. It's all good, man.
You almost.
How offensive is that to a journalist?
It's not.
Okay.
We bitch about it and say, oh, how could you do that? But
I mean, the names are so freaking similar, so I feel where you're coming from.
News
But
and Free Press,
they both start with Detroit.
Yeah. No, it's.
However, you almost made it where I wasn't going to make fun of you, but it's not because of that. You asked Justin Rogers. There's a rumor that the Lions might trade up to 4. Have you heard that? Shit, all he's been doing the last 4 months or weeks or whatever is draft. His job is to find out every rumor, every half-ass story, real story, fake story, whatever. That's all he does.
We got to put him in timeout, Terry.
Probably doesn't talk to his wife, doesn't talk to his kids.
Well, sometimes I just want to verify that I'm not crazy.
No,
like,
just
I
say,
heard something. Like, is this true?
Breaking news. I saw this on Twitter. Did you happen to see this?
He's the source, so I want confirmation from him.
Dude, he's heard the rumors.
Okay.
Heard them before you did.
Probably.
All you have to do is say, what about this Lions rumor about them trading up to number 4? What do you think about that?
I'm still so mad.
Justin, have you heard the rumor about?
That hurt.
If he hasn't heard it, he's not doing his
job.
job.
Right. Joey, can you text him that I really apologize?
How does it feel that you just offended the dude?
Like, for real, you could see it when he walked out.
I know.
Like, damn it.
I know.
Still a cute kid. That's all right.
Listen,
Thanks,
all
man.
that matters is that you know his name, Justin Rogers.
Yeah.
Because he seriously is one of my favorites as a Detroit Lions beat writer.
Yeah, and he's got great insight.
It's not
I
like how
said.
you guys do that. You after you insult someone, say, this is my favorite guy of all time.
Yeah.
I love Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. You also love the free press.
Now you are Mr. Football over here. I got something for you.
What's up, T?
Stick, you want to come in
Joey,
here?
You know, I think you could break a world record.
What's the record?
Slowest?
No.
Most Coney dogs eaten in a minute?
No, Gronk caught a football from a helicopter from 600 feet up.
He did, at his old university.
Right. Don't you think you could do that? If the helicopter's like 625 feet and they drop the football, don't you think you could catch that?
I mean, he wasn't even on his first take. It was his third take. So if you give me 10 chances, I bet you I'll get one.
Okay. Because the football, I heard it's dropping like 50 miles an hour. And like a slant pass from Peyton Manning or Matthew Stafford is somewhere between 53 and 57 miles an hour. Obviously, that's a shorter distance, but I think the thing is you got to gauge where the football is going to drop. I think you could break a world record, brother.
I'm doing it this weekend. I got a guy that got a copter, and I'm gonna have him go up in the air and do it at 625 feet.
Okay,
I'm taking
Bam.
that on.
And you know who won't make fun of you? Joik Bell.
He won't,
because it's something he hasn't done. He's played in the NFL, but he hasn't broken a world record.
How hard does that got to be? For Gronk to drop two of them, that shows
Very
how hard
hard.
it is.
Yeah, it is. But,
we're doing it, though.
You know, hey, you can get, a blind squirrel finds an acorn here and there.
Better yet, I'm going to do 601 feet just to one-up him.
No, do 625, man.
All right.
Because then it'll be harder for the next person to break it.
All right, let's do that.
Like
so what's up, Terry? How you feeling?
I'm doing,
How you feeling?
I'm doing good today. Now, I had a little encounter about the Woodward Sports Network away from here, and it was kind of weird. I know a guy named George, and he's either co-owner or manager of a place called Wilson's in Commerce Township. And he said, I saw you on the Woodward Sports Network with Joey and what's his name? I said, well,
was he referring to me?
Oh, Stick from the Detroit Free Press.
Yeah. No. It was Joey and what's his name? I'm like, are you talking about Stick? He said, yeah, I think that's what it is. Stick, I thought you were the man around here.
No, Joey's the mayor. Nobody knows who the hell I am.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. No, that's why
everybody
we
knows
Joey.
Stick. I'm just a little bit cooler.
Yeah, no, everybody knows Joey. Like I've rode his coattails my whole career. It's been amazing.
Yeah, but I started by riding your coattails, so it
yeah,
works.
it's all in good fun, man.
Well, let's admire each other. I'm happy about that.
Yeah. And now we tell everybody we know Terry Foster.
Well, you don't really know me. I just come on the show, and I don't know you guys, really.
I could tell Stick is so uncomfortable right now still.
Why?
You're bothered.
No, you shouldn't be.
Not because of this.
Oh, no, I'm talking the news and free
Yes.
press.
Yeah.
You don't
He's
be
bothered. I can
uncomfortable.
tell.
It happens all the time. I was all, you know what people used to call me?
But I should be better than that. I should.
Dude, we make mistakes.
I know, but
Stick,
I
I feel bad for you. You want to come in the booth?
yeah, come in there and hide in the fish booth right now.
Yeah.
But you know who I used to be all the time? Drew Sharp.
Oh, really?
People thought I was Drew Sharp. And one time I was with my daughter Celine in the mall, and this guy kept saying, hey, Drew, hey, Drew, hey, Drew. And I ignored the guy because my name is Terry. So I kept walking through the mall, and my daughter said, I think that guy wants to talk to you. I said, well, if he calls my right name, maybe I'll talk to him.
Terry, so what are you doing for the draft tonight?
I probably be in the man's room.
The man's cave?
Yeah.
What's the
chilling out.
man's room? You got like a sweet little spot?
It's nice. I have a bar in the basement. I have a big, huge TV on the far wall. My man's room is full of. I have this real big beanbag chair. So you could fit 3 people in it. I have a couple couches where the legs are broken, but it's comfortable.
That's what you got to be. You got to be in your zone, man. The comfort zone for tonight's draft. And usually that's where I am, just sitting on my couch, like waiting for the Lions to screw it up. But this year, I just don't feel that they're going to screw it up. I feel that we have so many options where we can go. There's going to be so many good players that are falling to us, or to the team, to the
No, you
Lions.
can say I feel like I'm messing up your life now. Us.
Us.
You can say
man.
us. Go ahead.
I can say us. I'm the only one that can say
Well,
us.
I
We
tell
all.
you, here's my big question. What name could you hear tonight that the Lions have drafted that would absolutely piss you off at 7? If they stay at 7, because they could still trade down.
You know, like if they took Mac Jones, I would probably be a little upset. That's probably the only quarterback I wouldn't want to take a risk on.
What about cornerbacks?
But cornerbacks, I like J.C. Horn. I like Patrick Surtain.
We like them. What tight end do you like?
I like Pitts. There's no one after Pitts. So if we got Pitts, I'd be okay with that because he's more of like a split tight end. He's not going to be our blocking full-time tight end. And, you put him and Hawkinson on the line, like you're running a pretty damn good offense.
Right.
So now they can't miss right now unless they try to reach and, like I said earlier, try to be smarter than the room.
See, this ain't a reacher, though. That's the thing about this year's draft is that normally there's possibilities for these reachers because there's a few of its best in each position. But by the time that we're up at number 7, we should still have pretty much the best of all of the best because quarterbacks are all going so quick in this draft. And that's why I feel like we're in a good position because we really can't mess this one up, right?
Yeah, the Lions are receiving a huge benefit this year. Normally, 5 quarterbacks don't go this quickly, or 4, whatever it's going to be.
Right.
So it's a position that they really don't need. So they're going to get either the best offensive lineman, the second or third best receiver, which I hope they don't go to. Or the best defensive player, which this year defensive players aren't as great, so you really don't want to go there. With that said, you can go either small and fast and shiny, or big and burly. I want to go big and burly. I hope they select Penei Sewell.
Yes.
Or Penny Sewell, as you Americans call it.
Yeah, or Sewell, or I never get that name right either.
Sewell.
But I'm in the same exact camp, man. I think that is the strength of the Lions right now. You have a good offensive line going in. You have a Pro Bowler in Ragnow, and you also have Taylor Decker, who has proven to be a good player, not over the top great. But then you add a third piece to that. Now 3 out of the 4 or 5 linemen are really good, really talented, and honestly, I haven't seen that type of Lions team since like the early 90s, and that's when they had the most success, is when they had a dominant offensive line.
Right, and I know there's some folk, well, hey, fellas, what about the defense? Because they suck defensively. You're right. But I look at the defense. There's no one on defense that is the equivalent of Penei Sewell. And if you can establish a great offensive line or very good, that helps your defense because the Lions won't go 3 and out all the time. They can establish the run now and then. And I like teams. Obviously, you must pass in the NFL, but I like teams that can run it a little bit. I mean, how many times do we see the Lions get the ball, maybe up a score with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left?
Right.
And then they want to run some clock, and they're punting with 5 minutes left. So they run like 90 seconds off. The other team comes down, scores, and then the Lions are just like dumb. But if you can run 4 minutes off a clock, don't even have to score, but if you get a field goal or you just bury the other team down in the end, near the end zone with like 30 seconds left, you won the game.
Right.
Because you've got a great offensive line. So I think Dan Campbell with his bust up their kneecaps and we're going to kick some ass out there, I think that's what he's thinking.
I hope he is, man, because I didn't love the rumor of the wide receiver trade, that they're targeting a wide receiver, because I really want them to build this from the inside out, and I think that's important.
All right, let me give you a little lesson here, both of you young men.
Uh-oh.
The rumors, they never come true.
Okay.
Maybe 2% of the time they come true. And I remember why I thought I was the most clueless with the Detroit Pistons. When I figured this out, I knew less about the Detroit Pistons draft than any other time in my life when I was a Pistons beat writer. Because I was getting all this stuff, this rumor, this could happen, they're thinking about this, and I was just like, okay, all of this can't happen. So I was saturated with junk. But as a beat writer, you got to filter through it, and you got to write about it, you got to talk about it, and I just felt so lost because I thought I heard too much. And then when you step away from it, I mean, you don't hear all the junk and the noise as much, and you can have a clearer head because you can put in what you think more, and that kind of helps you.
See, the hard part, though, is a lot of people that I personally look up to in the sports world are the ones putting out all of this stuff. So I look at it and I'm like, oh, damn, this got to be true then, right? And that's the biggest struggle that I have with this.
Yeah, but those people are saying, they're not saying,
right,
I'm reporting this. Most of the time they're saying, yeah, there's something floating around.
Right.
Or
but if a team receives a call, I mean, that's something, that's not really rumor. That's like, oh, they received a call. Like,
right.
It's fact, but you don't really know what the call was talking about, I guess.
Right, and a lot of people speculate, well, you know, probably the reason they called the Lions is because they want to get Justin Fields. Well, we don't know that, but you put 2 and 2 together, and that's what you come up with.
Yeah, no, and I'm with you on going big, man, because to me the biggest reason why I want to go big, not only because of the 90s, Jared Goff succeeds the most in play-action passes, and I want to give this guy an opportunity to succeed the most, and if he works out, we win. If he doesn't work out, that's fine. We're still going to win. Like
here's the thing about Penny Sewell. He's not just big, he's long. And in sports, back when I was your age, in football, it paid off to be big. Then now in football, I think it pays off better to be speedy.
Right.
Now today, I think it pays off to be speedy. Long is a very important dynamic, especially in the NBA, and I think it's playing into the NFL also, to be big and long.
Yeah, it always helps to be big and long in most situations. So, yeah, definitely on the football field as well. Fish, how you feeling over there, man? What you thinking about Terry Foster on, like, do you know Fish gets so excited when you come in, Terry?
I know. He gives me a little clap, a little golf clap, and it fires me up.
What do you think about Terry's wanting a big man in the draft?
Fine with me.
He don't give a shit.
Anything he says, it's the best.
Anything he says is the best.
You're the best, Terry.
Thank you very much. You know, a lot of times I come in here, I'm a little bit depressed.
Why?
Because it's always cold or damp or something. When I come in, the first thing I see is Fish, and he's like, hey, it's T is here. And I'm like, I'm ready to go now.
Yeah, Fish is our ambassador, man.
He is.
At our event tonight, by the way, he's our stage manager, just so you know.
And security.
Is he? Mm-hmm. Security.
Security. So
if I show up and have too much Maker's Mark, Fish is going to kick me out.
You're going to bounce your ass right out.
Wow.
Fish will throw you out like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Damn.
DJ Jazzy Jeff. Right, Fish?
Probably not.
No, you can't. You know who he is. He's hustling floor.
Yeah, white guy.
That's
white
right.
Guy yeah.
Did you hear what Penny Sewell said about Detroit?
No, did you trash it?
No. Alex, can you play that clip? Here's Terry. Here's some headphones for you if you want to listen to it. Alex, can you play that clip real quick?
Which NFL team did you follow growing up, Penny?
A couple, but the one that kind of stuck out to me was the Lions. I was a big fan of Calvin Johnson. Love seeing them go up, get the ball, and also the running back they had at the time was Javid Best. I would just use them and Madden because my brother and I would have tournaments and stuff like that, and I love to use the underdogs. So at the time they had those two, and I would just use them against like my older brother or my little brother.
A fan of the Lions.
You know what? I'm not sure if he's a fan because he had to start this. And that means I got to think about something nice to say about a franchise. But, you know,
but he didn't have to pick
Calvin.
the Lions. They could have picked anybody. They just asked him who he grew up liking. He didn't have to pick the Lions. There wasn't a Lions-specific question.
You know what? He didn't say, "Oh my God, are you kidding me? The Lions, they suck." So that's encouraging.
Yeah.
So then he doesn't have to lie when he's drafted and say, "Yes, I like the Detroit Lions. That is my favorite team."
And now Twitter sees that and they say all of a sudden, Penny Sewell, high interest in being a Detroit Lion.
Listen,
there's rumors.
How often do people talk about the Lions being the team they wanted to be a part of when they were a kid.
Never, ever, ever.
Like, I can't remember, but you hear, Tom Brady grew up idolizing Joe Montana in San Francisco. Like, you hear about these stories all the time, and it's never so-and-so love the Detroit
I know
Lions.
people from Detroit don't even say that.
Exactly. Like,
right.
I've never heard a high draft prospect come out like that and be like, you know what? I was a big fan of the Lions.
He's coming.
God, that'd be
When
so
you talk
easy.
about fans of the Detroit Lions that don't live in this state, I guarantee you we are the lowest amongst any other team.
Might be, but let me just say this. I know a couple people who live in Wisconsin who love the Detroit Lions.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And the
Yes.
Yoopers. Some Yoopers, you know. And it really is weird because Michigan is such a football state. Like, you can fit 100,000 at the big house. Michigan State will sell out and Ford Field will sell out all within like 2 days of each other. And that's like 200,000 football fans just in this region alone.
Right.
So,
and then don't forget they'll get another 10,000 people at that little the Ooper Dome or whatever that is up there. They got a dome up there.
Yeah. Uperman's up there, and then he drives down too, does some tailgating. But yeah, it's crazy how diehard Lions fans are, and can't forget the Canadians. I know a lot of Canadians that come over to Lions games too.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's right across the border, so
Right.
why not?
But still, they got nothing else. What are they going to
Maybe
root
they
for?
just
The
like the
Alouettes?
NFL.
Huh?
Maybe they just like the NFL.
You should. NFL's the greatest league ever.
Bam.
Bam.
They're coming over here to chill out.
They got nothing out there with the whole Canadian Football League and all that stuff.
Some good players have come out of the CFL.
Don't just the Canadian Football League, Joey.
Field is like 45,000 yards. It's weird.
Yeah. Fish, do you like the Canadian Football League? I know you
Oh,
like weird
God,
sports.
yeah, like all the sports. Yes,
Really?
I do. Yes.
What
As
do
I'm
you
dying back
What do you
here.
like about Canadian football better than American?
Well, it's 3 downs.
Okay.
So it speeds the game up. I don't know. I just feel like there's less timeouts, but there probably isn't. The challenge system's much better in Canada than it is in America. You can
And you
challenge
probably
pass
love the single.
interference. Well, the single is a good part of the game. It's just Canada. It's just fun. It's exciting.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, Canadian football, it's okay to me. I mean, it's a place where you can go and get some experience, then come play in the real game in the NFL.
So Warren Moon, he did it.
Warren Moon did it. Yeah, there were a couple
Bunch
good
of
players. Didn't Doug Flutie come out of the Canadian Football League too?
Yeah. There was I can't remember his name, but he was a 340-pound offensive lineman in the CFL. The Lions were looking at him. They actually brought him in under the guise of night and everything, and didn't sign him. He's a big boy.
Yeah, that is huge. Did he run faster than Joey in his combine?
Yeah, let's not make fun of Joey. He tried.
Listen, you can make fun of somebody for trying and failing. It's
Terry,
okay.
Terry, I'm not even taking a participation trophy on this one.
But could you catch the football and break the world record?
That's all that. See,
bam.
Terry's a good hype man.
Let's let him do that. Let's get the helicopter and let's roll with that.
So Terry, you wanted to play a little bit of fill in the blank, right?
Yes.
What? Let's do this. Let's think about what you want to do for fill in the blank, and we'll discuss those coming up next. But a lot of them had to do with the coaches in the city right now, right?
Right. Correct.
Okay. So fill in the blank next on the Woodward Sports Network.
I'm Drake Bell. I'm part of. I hate the Bears.
Hey, I'm Sean Baligian, and all our teams suck.
We'll be here to soothe your sports fanish.
Legion and Bell.
Tap in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 1.
You gotta love the Baligian and Bell show, man. Those guys have a lot of fun. 11 to 1 every day, right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
And
I hate
that,
the Bears.
that young Sean is so animated.
He is.
That's the one word I can think about him. Gosh darn it,
He's throwing his hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean gets going, man. He's one of my favorite people to listen
It's like
to
an
talk.
avalanche. You
Yeah.
can't stop it.
Yep.
I want to see. We need a camera just on him tonight when they make that pick, just to see what his reaction is.
That's going to be interesting. I think he'll be on the tri-cam while it's going on. So
Perfect.
him and Scott Bischoff are going to be down there. Scott's our draft expert. He does work with the NFL and stuff like
I
that.
got bad news for you.
Uh-oh.
Sean's going to be in the war room. So you have to get that camera in the Lions war room. So I don't know what you guys are talking about.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll make it work. We'll sneak them in there. But fill in the blank. What did you want to play fill in the blank? And obviously, if you're watching right now, you can drop your fill in the blank in the comments, and we'll throw them up on the screen. Or you can give us a call, 313-552-6322, and you can fill in the blank yourself. But
first word that comes to your mind when you hear this. Al Avila is blank.
Failing.
Okay.
That's the first word.
Failing works with me.
How about Al Avila is in over his head? I know that's more than one word, but
okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're 5 years into a rebuild, and we're worse off than when we started the rebuild. That's not a recipe for success here in Detroit.
No, the Tigers' win percentage the last 5 years is 36.4%.
Ooh, it's not good.
That's pretty bad. And the only thing that lower than that was the Matt Millen era. The Lions won 28% of their games under the Matt Millen era. They included in 0-16.
Across all four sports, Avila's holding the ranking for the worst record as a GM.
Second worst.
Second worst to Matt Millen.
Right.
Wow. That is not good company. I mean, because you got to remember, the Tigers had a 119 loss season in there back in the day too.
Right. Now, and I was figuring out some numbers today. This is the only reason I know, because I forget everything. I don't remember anything. But here's an irony: the Pistons have a 41.7% win percentage the last 5 years. The Wings 41.8%. So that's pretty
crazy.
similar. That's scary.
That's scary.
Ryan's word is trash for Al Avila.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's play the second one.
Okay.
Dan Campbell is blank.
Exciting.
Exciting?
That's the word I'm going to go with. I mean, when I hear Dan Campbell and you go back to his original press conference and you go back to what we just left behind and the future that he's bringing in, the players, the way they're talking, the way he talks to the media, the surrounding coaches that he has. Like tonight, we're going to find out where they're really going to take this team. Like I think tonight is a very big deal for this franchise moving forward.
Did you see his speech to the Ford
yes.
That was
workers?
That was awesome.
That was awesome. He got him to sign his hat and everything because he wanted to remember that moment.
Or like when they showed him around Allen Park and Ford Field and he started crying just because the job meant so much to him and stuff like that. And, his true alpha comment, like true alphas know how to fall back and know when not to lead as well. So,
well, that's nice. But let me say something. If I were the Lions head coach, I'd be crying too. I mean, like, damn, what have I got myself into?
No, man, he's excited to be here. I think he loves this city. And the fact that he knows if he can create a winner here, I mean, I guess everybody else knew that, but I think he understands it. If he creates a winner here, it is going to be absolute chaos.
It will.
Absolute chaos.
Another thing on the slide, I've been talking to a lot of former Lion players, and the thing that they've always said is, they were really resentful when they brought in Matt Millen. And the Lion players I talked to was like, give one of us a chance. Because, one, this is not a job.
Right.
This is a passion for us. Because we've been through it. We've been made fun of. This is something we really need to do. So they were resentful when they brought in Matt Millen. Why not give an ex-Lion that opportunity? So now they've got a former player.
Right.
So let's see what happens.
And an ex-Lion.
Yeah.
And the best part, too, is the last time that he was a Lion, he went 0-16, so he can't do any worse.
That
well,
season was
poor
bad.
guy was coached by Rod Marinelli.
Yeah, who do you think's a worse coach, Matt Patricia or Rod Marinelli?
Rod Marinelli.
Okay, see, I think Matt Patricia.
You know what? And I'm not going to have a fight with you. You might be right.
They both suck
They both suck.
Yeah, I just think Patricia, because of the team he took over to where he left it. Marinelli didn't really take over a winner, and he still left it in shambles, but, not as bad as burning down a nice
what Matt
house.
Patricia did. Before he took over, people told him and told other people, don't go to Detroit thinking that you're Bill Belichick. That's exactly what he did.
Right.
He came in, was an asshole. I know better than everybody else. And then the players were like, it was pretty quick. They're like, okay, we're not playing for this dude. So
Well, and the way he talked to media too.
Right.
Like,
yeah, but Caldwell did the same thing.
Did he?
Decorum, because quiet as is kept, the Detroit Lions beat writers, that room is not real professional at times. They kind of say stupid things, and it's like romper room sometimes.
I remember when Rob Parker asked Rod Marinelli if he wished his daughter would have married a better defensive coordinator.
Yes.
That was
and guess what? Before he asked the question, Rob came to me and said, "Hey, Terry, this is what I'm thinking of asking Rod Marinelli." He told me, I said, "Rob, don't do it." He said, "Well, why not? I think it'd be a great question." No, dude, don't do it. You're going to get your ass fired. Everybody's going to be pissed at you. It's not worth it. And he's not going to answer the question anyway.
Well, yeah, and the whole point of that question, like, I get the joke he was trying to make. It was just bad timing, and I don't know. Whenever you start ripping on somebody's family, that's outside the lines.
Right. Just,
keep it on the fucking
what happened
field.
today,
Right.
where we're going to go. So I think it's important, and I know you asked Justin about not rooting for a team, but I also think it's very important that when we're in that room or the locker room, coaches' offices, wherever we are, that we need to be professional. To me, I treat the locker room like an office. I'm in there. I'm not there to yuck it up. I'm not there, to laugh and giggle and stuff like that and to make jokes about people. So
we're only here to be professional, and the best way to be professional, Terry, is going to Northwestern Tech, choosing a profession that will change your entire career. Do this for yourself. Do this for your family. It's only 10.5 months. Hands-on HVAC program, northwesterntech.edu. You always hear me talking about them because we toured their school the other day, and seeing how excited those students are, it's kind of like that Dan Campbell effect. That's what Northwestern Tech does for their students. northwesterntech.edu. It's the HVAC school that works.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show right here on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you to everybody watching on YouTube, on Twitter, everywhere that you can watch us, Facebook, and, of course, we are live on Twitch as well.
Can I ask some help for you guys, you guys?
Yeah.
I am trying to figure the world out, and sometimes I need to talk to some of our younger people.
No, I appreciate that you put me in that category,
because I'm an old ass, but why should I care about Floyd Mayweather fighting Logan Paul?
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
So it's okay for me to just say, psh,
yeah,
not
I mean,
interested.
yeah, you shouldn't. I don't care about it, but it is something to talk about. It's an event, but honestly,
Fish is gonna buy it.
Fish?
No, but it's down in Miami. I'm not saying Logan Paul has a chance, but he's not going to treat it as an exhibition. He's going to go out there and he's going to think he can actually beat Mayweather's ass.
He's just going to piss off Mayweather.
Like, he really,
kill him.
Jake Paul, his brother, he probably thinks he can take Conor McGregor, too. Like, they actually legit think that they can beat Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, good luck with that, because you know what? Boxers are actually, besides being beasts, are kind of nice people. Some MMA fighters are just nuts.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get within 50 feet of a ring if the MMA fighters in there.
Yeah. What do you think about the stage of boxing right now?
I'm disappointed. I don't follow it like I used to.
Right.
It's just different.
Because Corey was up here and Joey said that these Paul brothers are like saving boxing, essentially making it relevant again, and I kind of agree. We've talked more about boxing because of these two idiots than we ever did in the past year.
But if you're treating it like a joke, is that really helping it?
See, but when you use the term saving the sport of boxing, all I'm meaning by that is these guys are making boxing relevant. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not sure it's saving it. I'm not saying it's saving it as far as, oh, this is going to be the new biggest sport. We watch it because there's nothing else better to watch right now, and these are the only two people delivering us any content around boxing.
You know, a full court has a point here, and here's the deal. In sports, the worst thing that can happen to your team or franchise or organization is that nobody talks about it. The second worst thing is that it just sucks.
Right.
So it's better to be bad and have people talk about you than to be somewhat good and nobody talking about you.
And that's these Paul brothers. That's why people watch them on YouTube, because people hate them, but they watch them because they hate them. They do stupid things. They even take on boxing matches. Like, these two guys are literally the smartest guys when it comes to marketing and everything that they've been doing in their career.
But they can't fight, and that's a dangerous thing.
Yeah,
and
they don't care.
The thing I would fear is somebody knocking my eye out. You know, I have a fight with a real fighter, and I'm going around like doody 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 at the end of it. I mean, that's dangerous, because I think boxers look at them as a joke, but if you piss them off, they're going to give you an ass whooping, and that ass whooping could be permanent damage.
Yeah. I mean, they're both dangerous sports. I like this comment here. The problem is good fighters never want to fight each other until they're both washed. And to me, that is the problem with boxing. They never got under one regulated system to where they're all in essentially like a boxing league, and there's a true champion, and they have to fight each other. And that's what the MMA has done really, really well, is making sure their big guys fight the big guys while they're big.
Right. What if in boxing you had like a league, and then the top boxers go into a playoff to determine the champion? I mean, you couldn't do it every year because you can't box 5 or 6 times a year, but, you know, every 3 years.
Yeah, but you could do a bracket. You could do like a tournament and put the bouts 3 months in between and stagger them. Like, I think that'd be great. I would watch that.
Let's do it.
Fish, what you got to say, buddy?
Well, they were trying to do that with YouTubers. They're trying to have a YouTube boxing league.
There you go.
But, no, Jake and Logan, they don't think it's a joke. They're taking it seriously.
No, I mean, I gotta think that they're taking it as this is just a money grab. I know how to talk shit, so I'm willing to get in the ring. To me,
yeah, but they still have to be able to
Don
fight.
Kings of today.
Right, but you have to take it seriously, because if you go in laissez-faire, you could get killed.
They still have to fight, though.
Yeah, but
if they don't
haven't
show
fought
they can
anybody their size, though. That's what, like, Nate Robinson's 5'9". Ben Askren's was fat rolling out there. Like, they're not even fighting real people. So I don't know. Let's get back to talking about the NFL. It's draft day. I don't want to waste it talking about the Paul brothers, and we only got Terry for like 2 more minutes. So Terry, you want the Lions to go for a big man. That's what you're hoping for. You're going to be in your man cave tonight. Any other rituals that you have for the draft?
No, I try to stay up for the whole draft because it's you know, back in the day, the draft was 2 days,
right?
And it wasn't during the week. You know, it was a weekend thing. It started in the afternoon, and by 6 o'clock, you knew everything that was going to happen. I would still be up. Now it's up late and everything, but I don't really have draft rituals, so I just watch it and move on.
Are you gonna be writing about the draft afterwards, and you know what you're thinking about the Lions?
I might.
Okay.
I don't know that. I don't have to.
If the mood strikes you?
If that lightning bolt hits me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to write about this.
All right. If they take Sewell, we would be like, oh, I got to write an article about this.
I'll be excited.
Nice. I love it. I love it. It's good that you're getting excited about the Lions and you have a favorite in this race and you're rooting for the team. I'm wearing off on you, Terry.
Can't wait for us to get a real good player.
Welcome to the team, Terry.
That felt good, didn't it, Terry?
That is awesome. Well, Terry,
we are going to be in a better position after tonight.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thursdays with Terry Foster, one of my favorite days of the week. It's clearly Fish's favorite day. And you're going to hang out a little bit today with Baligian and Bell, too, afterwards, right?
Yes, I'm going to have Joik yell at me because I'm sure we'll disagree.
And you forgot one person, Stick.
What?
Bischoff's going to be in.
Oh, and Scott Bischoff will be in, too.
Oh, damn.
So you guys got a packed show coming up 11 to 1, too. So
nowhere for me to go.
Thank you very much, Terry. I appreciate you. When we come back, we got Fish's Facts next on the Woodward Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm D-Mac.
Hey guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
All right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz.
You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5.
Every day, right here on The Hook.
On Woodward Sports Network.
Time? Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go fish. Fish facts.
It's
That's
fish!
Every morning about this time, it's 9:50, so that means everybody's favorite person, Fish, comes on and shares random facts that he has found on the internet. Fish, what are we looking at today?
I do. Well, it's draft day, and as I promised, I have draft facts for you, and we start with a draft video. Normally I would play Thursday Night Football, a clip from Thursday Night Football, which happened this morning, but it's draft day, and as I promised, I gotta do draft stuff, so I will. This is
He's so
Tom
sad.
Brady. This is Tom Brady talking about how he felt when he was getting picked by the Patriots, ended up getting picked in the 7th round.
I remember
Nice.
being downstairs for like the 4th round, and I came and gone. And the 5th round, you know, was coming and going, and all these other guys were getting picked. And
look at that flow.
And it was hard. It was just a tough day, you know. I just remember being there with my mom and dad. Sorry about that. You know, finally when the Patriots called, I was so excited. You know, I was like, I don't have to be an insurance salesman, you know.
Jesus. Think about Tom Brady, the insurance salesman. Like if that was his future. That's crazy.
And now we know him as Tom Brady, the possible NFL GOAT.
The GOAT.
Or the GOAT. Well, I just say possible because people want to say he's not. Maz wants to say it's Belichick and Aaron's that did all the stuff. You'll hear from him today later.
There's a thing called a common denominator.
Yeah, but Maz doesn't believe in that. So
Yeah.
All right, well, we continue with the draft with, well, draft facts, and we start with, hey, Stick and Joey, what if you drafted the wrong player?
We've done that a lot.
Well,
in
the
Detroit.
1982 Tampa Bay Buccaneers actually did that. They were intended to draft Booker Reese at number 17, but they ended up drafting Sean Farrell because there was too much noise in the background when they were talking on the phone from the team to the draft room.
That is awesome.
So I guess they couldn't hear, and they ended up drafting the wrong person.
Could you imagine that? Like, they hear the pick announced by Roger Goodell, and they didn't even know, like, who it was? Like, wait, that's not who we wanted? And then, it was a miscommunication. Right.
What do you do after that? You
Nothing.
don't just swap it out, can you?
You can't.
Yeah, I
no.
don't think you can. I think you have to keep
can't.
the player.
Once you name him, you got to submit it to the commissioner. Once he goes up there, that's set in stone. Like, you can't
But the
pull
team
an Adam and
can't
go
see.
back.
The team can't see like the lower third or whatever of the who they picked. Like the Lions selected Justin Fields, and they said, "Wait, that's not who we wanted." And then the GM goes and tells them that wasn't who he said.
It's too late. It's been announced. Huh. The other team immediately is on the clock, and it's their pick. Like, you had your 10 minutes to be clear, to concise, and if you messed up, that's on you.
That's crazy. Who is it that actually gives it to the commissioner?
I don't know. I'm sure every team has different representatives. I mean, it's normally the GM makes the call, but I'm sure somebody else calls it in.
Probably a representative who does that, right?
Yeah.
And then the first draft took place in 1936. They had 9 teams. In February, they met up at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Philadelphia.
Beautiful.
And then there were 69 drafts. There's been 69 drafts. 15 Hall of Famers were selected number 1.
Wow. Okay. There's been some flops at number 1, but 15 overall number 1s going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there's been several flops at number 1.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then in modern NFL history, there have only been 2 drafts without a Hall of Famer selected in the 1984 and 1992 draft, meaning that the draft in 84 and the draft in 92, there was 0 Hall of Famers in the whole draft list.
Weak drafts.
So, well, they were weak. But
Weak.
they had some good names. Should I read you some of the names? Let's see. Well, Desmond Howard's one of them. That was the 92 draft. So, some big names there. And then, 48 punters have been drafted in the last 25 years. 8 of those have never kicked in the NFL.
That's awesome.
Kind of sucks.
That kind of sucks.
And then we continue with today, which is April 29th, 1980. Billy Sims got picked by the Detroit Lions.
That's right. Good old, the first number 20.
He is the first number 20.
Yep.
Bo Jackson, 1986, then got drafted by the Buccaneers from Auburn.
Love Bo Jackson, man. Then he went to the Raiders.
Went to the Raiders. He was good on the Raiders.
He was fantastic for those 4 years, I believe it was.
And then we go to 2006, where Mario Williams got picked, first pick from the Texans, or from the North Carolina State. He went to the Texans.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a beast. I don't think he really lived up to his what he was going to be.
So those were all the drafts that happened today. There were a few others from like the 30s and 40s and whatever. So draft day, yay! Those are the draft facts. We'll be back tomorrow with the normal, regularly scheduled programming.
Thank you, Fish. And it's now time for Joey's dumbass of the day.
To present the award,
It is Joey.
it is time. Dumbass!
To the day.
Why would you do that? And the loser is...
So we've all heard of the term repeat offender when it comes to criminals, right?
Yes.
And we all know Canadians are pretty much nice people, eh?
The nicest.
The nicest ever. But what if I tell you that there was a man in Canada who stole a police car the other day, and the cops reported he stole the car from the cop when the cop showed up to respond to a report. Other officers spotted the stolen cruiser on the highway, and they got into a speed chase, which ended with this guy that stole the cop car crashing into a concrete barrier. The cops swarmed him, tried to arrest him, but he got away from stealing another cop car.
Nice.
Later on got arrested. But seeing that this story, like, I thought it was going to be a Florida man story, but it was a Canada story. And that is our dumbass of the day. Because first off, don't try stealing a cop car.
Right.
You won't get by.
No, and I believe they have trackers on those cars, GPS systems.
Do they?
Yeah, they're cop cars. They're owned by the government. They track their shit.
And that's how you get caught.
So thank you for Joey and his dumbass of the day. We will see you tonight at the Del Mar. We will be down there, live broadcast, probably starting around 7 o'clock, 7:30 at the latest, because the draft starts at 8 o'clock. And my goodness, it is going to be a good time to hang out downtown and celebrate the newest Lions player that's going to be added to the team. And hopefully the Lions don't screw up the draft and send the wrong name like Fish was just talking about in the facts. That's hilarious to me. I'm glad you brought that story up, Fish. Good job today, buddy. Baligian and Bell is up next with Scott Bischoff, and Terry Foster is going to be hanging out. And then make sure you're listening to The Hook from 3 to 5. We are out. We got to go set up downtown. We will see you there later.